Hi everyone, this is Mohammed, and this video is a demo for the new certified developer program submission. So this project is called JobChain. It kind of simulates the freelancing job, but in the smart contract era and the blockchain era as well. So it's built, of course, on top or using the new SDK, and it uses new CLI for some commands. So if you are going to run this project, make sure you have the new SDK installed and the new CLI also installed. The project is organized. Actually, it has two parts. The main project is the JobChain project, but this is a validation contract used to for you to test the demo. So how it works: the employer, let's go here. The employer creates a job first on the platform or using this project, and a part of creating the job is creating a validation contract. So if you are an employer and you have an account on you and everything, and you are going to use this project, you need to first create a validation contract and then create a job and enter the job information like the job title, job description, and the validation contract of the job, and also the validation method name for the job. So when a freelancer submits a job for you, like make a submission or like do the job and submit it, the validation contract will be used to auto-validate the submission of the freelancer, and it will automatically release the money after that. So here's what the employer can do: creates a validation contract and a validation method, creates the job and submit the requirements of the job, the description, title, and so on, and also the validation contract. Then the freelancer can call a method called getAvailableJobs to list the jobs that are available, and freelancer can submit the job, and when freelancer submits the job will be auto-validated, and if it is valid, the money will be transferred from the employer directly to the freelancer account, and the job status will be changed to completed. So that's basically it. Let's run the project. So first I will run the sample validation contract. So let's test that. I have here the JobChain project and the validation contract shell command line interface. So I have this one for the validation contract. So if I list the files, you can see the files of the validation contract project. So here are the steps to run that. First I need to set the owner and the contract name, so I will just copy and paste that here. Then I will run the scripts one by one. So first I will run the check script account, so 0 check account. This will delete the account if it's already there, and we create the account for the validation script. So now we have the account validate.msnet is created. So now we can deploy the contract to this account. So I'm going to again run the scripts. So deploy now, build and deploy. And now we have the account deployed. We have another script for testing the validation. Let's check the scripts. This is a VS Code project. So this is a validation contract, and these are the scripts. You can take a look at the code of the scripts here. And the testing will call the validate function, and it will pass some parameters. So let's try that. So let's run the test validation. So this one will call the validate method of the validation contract with some sample data. So as you see here, this is the data being sent the first time, this one for second time. And this is the result we've got from the call. So first call here, this is an example of a failure for submission. So the submission, so this validation contract just tests as a sample, just tests for having an @ and the length of the submitted text to be greater than 10. So this is the validation rules for this particular sample job. So if the length is greater than 10 and it has an @ so it will pass. And this is what happened here. This one failed because we don't have @ in the submission, and this one succeeded because we have @ in the submission. And you can see the submissions in the script here. So this one doesn't have at, and the range is small, so this one failed, this one succeed. So now we're done with the validation contract, so we can now try to test the JobChain contract. So we can close that. So I will open the readme file here, and I need basically the same to set the owner and the contract of the owner that will call the contract and the contract name. Okay, now we're set. We can run the first one that builds and deploy the contract. So now the contract is deployed. We can try to create a job. Okay, to create a job. So if we open the script as well for this one, so we can take a look at the scripts here. Creating a job will basically call the create job method from the contract, and it will pass the title of the job, the description of the job, and the offered amount, the amount that will be paid for the freelancer, and also the validation contract and the validation method. So this should be the employer who's submitting this kind of information. So let's take a look at the results. Job created successfully. So now we have the job created. We can list the jobs to double check. So listing the jobs is number 4. List jobs. You can see here the job has been submitted and the status of the job is 0. That means it is like available, a new job. Actually, there is an enumerator here that describes the state. So basically 0 is new, 1 is in progress, and so on. So now we've created a job. Let's simulate submitting the job. So submit job is number 5 here. So let's submit the job. So submitting the job should do cross contract call to the other validation contract and pass the required information here to the other one. So it says couldn't find the job because we need to basically update our script. So submit job, so should match, of course. So title 1, job 1. So I will basically go here and change this one to title 1. So the job title is the job ID. So do that and run again. Alright, the job is submitted. Now it's very useful to look at the job explorer here to see what happened. So I will just open Chrome and see what happened in this submit job, because everything basically happens, I mean the cross contract call and the money transfer and so on. So yeah, this is what happened. This is the transaction of submitting the job. So let's see what happened. So the method submit job got called. These are the parameters and these are the execution receipt. So it did call the submit job first with this information, and this got scheduled. Then this one will call the validate method in the validation contract we set and passing this parameter, and the result thankfully is succeeded. So this is the cross function call. The call also has like callback in the main contract, and this is job status received callback. This is the callback that's being called from the validation contract in our JobChain contract, and the result of this call is job status updated. So basically everything went well, and the transfer also, we can see the transfer here. Alright, so let's go and check that as well from the calling the list jobs again. So it's clear, and let's run the scripts. If I list the available jobs now, I should see nothing because there is no available jobs, because we have just submitted and it got accepted, so it's no longer available. So we can see here an empty list, and if we list all the jobs, list jobs, we can see that the job has been the job status had been changed to completed, to basically number I think number 2 in the enumerator. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you for watching.